Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would just like to take this time to formally apologise for the atrocious performance in the last episode. We were far off it that day, and I would like to promise that that will never, ever happen again. Well, we're playing Rangers again. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It is me, it is the KYLE. Welcome back. And yeah, we're back a little bit sooner than I thought we would be. We are back for the Betfred Cup semi-final. So let's have a look at our form so far. So, where we last left off, we got beat 7-0 by Rangers. Again, I don't want to beat the dead horse, but I'm sorry. Let's just move on and forget it ever happened. Okay, fair deal, cool. We then went on an alright run, to be fair, for a while. We drew with St Mirren, which wasn't ideal. We beat Ross County twice, once in the Betfred Cup and once again in the Premiership. We then beat Hibs in the quarter-final of the Betfred Cup, which is great. We then beat Kilmarnock 3-0, which was a rousing performance. Sam Cosgrove got the hat-trick there. We were down to 10 men as well for most of the game. Motherwell, we lost 1-0, and this is where the start of the sort of dip in form, if you will. We then drew with St Johnstone at home, came back and beat Livingston 4-0 away from home, which is great. Dundee United, we drew against them on the 2nd. Played Rangers again, and it was far more competitive there, which, you know, just so happens that the one that I show you, we get beat 7-0. We beat them 4. We didn't beat them. I wish we beat them. They beat us 4-2. But we put in a good showing, I'd say. So I'm happy with that. And then Ross County, arguably our whipping boys this season, we beat them 2-1, which was a close game. Closer than you want with them. Anyway, so that is us up to speed. We're now in the Betfred Cup semi-final. We're playing at Hampden and we are playing Rangers again. Going by past history against Rangers, it doesn't look too good, to be honest. You know, we drew against them on the opening day of the season, and then since then they've beat us the other 2 times that we've played them. But we're going to go in with some confidence. Obviously, going into the game, Ross McCrory can't play because he's still on loan from Rangers, and Ronald Hernandez is out with the flu, which is great. Ash Taylor still has a hip injury. He is more than likely not going to play. He wasn't really going to play anyway, to be fair. So what you may have noticed is it is January, and you know what that means? It is transfer time. So let's have a look at some of the business I've started doing already. So we have Stuart Finlay coming in from Kilmarnock on a free transfer. I think he's going to be a good option at centre back. Again, might not be a starter, to be fair, but he's definitely going to be a good option. There's only 25. He's got a few years ahead of him, and yeah, he's got some good stats, to be honest, for a defender. So a good signing to come in, I think. There, we did try and get John Suter, however, all of our bids were rejected. But again, not ideal. But we can potentially come back to this in the future. You never know. This signing, right, is a bit of a gamble, because I don't really know much about this guy. All I saw was that Man United, Chelsea, and other teams were interested in him. So I thought, well, must be alright. So we've got Francisco Ortega, the attacking left back from Villiers. Regardless of whether he ends up being good or not, this is a banging deal from us, to be honest. He is currently valued at 850,000. He's Argentinian. He's got 14 under 20 caps, and we've got him for free. So he'll be joining us at the end of the season. He was transfer listed because he's refused to sign a new deal. He was looking for a new move. He's been listed at 1.2 million, but we have him for free, which is absolutely superb. His career stats have been average so far, but hopefully there's a lot of potential in this. What I'm noticing is he's very pacey, has decent determination. So we'll see. Hopefully he's a good option. in a position that we really need someone for, since our main option is Johnny Hayes, who is, you know, getting towards the end of his career, and Greg Lee hasn't really been up to scratch. So it's a good signing all round, I would say. Anyway, obviously we already have Ross McCrory joining at the end of the season on a free from Rangers, and this is our other one, another midfielder. It is Pele Ruddock Mpanzu coming in from Luton on a free. Again, some good stats on the guy. Again, we can definitely work on him, but I think him and Lewis Ferguson here with McCrory behind is going to be quite a good look next season. The guy's been playing extensively for Luton. He's played 23 games so far this season. He's got a goal, 2 assists and 1 player of the match. His average rating's been a bit average, to be honest, but I think he's going to be a solid choice in the centre midfield there. So I'm more than happy to be bringing him on a free. Again, he's valued at 1.2 million and we've got him for free, so I'm very much happy with that. In terms of going out, not really too much in the way here. However, we do have Thomas Czerny is joining Mlada Boleslav in the Czech Republic. He's going back home on a free, and Bruce Anderson will be joining Blackburn on a free. Kind of gutted about this one because he is one for the future, but he refused to sign a new contract. What can I do? That's him away to Blackburn, which is a good move for him, to be honest. So that is the update from November to now. So I guess it's time to play this semi-final. Right, so here we are. Here is the team that we are putting out against Rangers today. After the last game that you guys saw anyway, we definitely want to go a bit more defensive and just be a bit more calm with, you know, how we actually start the game anyway. So we've got Lee and De Silva as fullbacks, pulling them right back. I don't really want them going too far forward. Constantine and Holborn in the middle just to keep it solid, and Dean Campbell just ahead of them. Obviously McCrory's out, so we can't have him where we usually would. Hayes and Kennedy on the wings. Again, I've pulled them right back. They're normally up here as sort of attacking wingers, but again, we need that bit of support, especially with Tavernier and Barisic, like Rangers play. They are quite deadly down the wings. We then have Ferguson and Ojo in the middle. I've put Ferguson as an attacking Mazzala just to kind of fill this gap, because obviously this part of the pitch is kind of bare. As you can see, I had a little bits of red up here, and we've got Cosgrove up front of the zone. I've put him as a pressing forward, mainly for the reason that I want him just kind of getting in their faces, you know. If he's going to be up here on his own, try and cut off those passes, try and win the ball back, and then hopefully we'll get some opportunities there. But I'm starting off the game defensive. I'm just shutting up shop, seeing how long we can stay in the game, and then we might reassess from there if we can stay into the game, you know, going into sort of half time. Another thing actually I forgot to mention is, I'm pretty sure this is the case. Yeah, so we got Ryan Edmondson back on loan. So we've extended his loan until the end of the season. He was meant to go away in January, but I think he's just a good option just to have in attack, and hopefully if we can kind of just keep him, eventually they'll forget about him. His contract run out, we'll get him for free, because he looks like a decent player going forward. But we're giving the nod to Cosgrove going into the game at Hampden. Right, so there you go. So there's the two teams as they line up. Looking at Rangers team, I mean, they've changed a few players, but again, they've got a lot of danger here. Like I said, you've got Tavernier and Barisic at fullback. You've then got sort of Zungu Hadji, Roof and Morelos. That three there is worrying me. Then obviously Jack and Arfield holding that centre midfield. It's going to be a tough game, but again, if we can stay into it as long as possible, I think we'll do well. Let's give our team a shout. Let's go. I know we're underdogs. Yeah, let's go. Oh, I've got a wee presser. How excited are we at the possibility of playing in the Betfred Cup final? I don't want to look across ahead of this game. Right, I'll just say that. Ronald Hernandez misses out due to injury. How much of an absence will he be? It's a big match. He's right. Yeah, that'll do. Right, and we're on telly, so we get the old intro. So there's my team right there. Look at those handsome men. And oh no, look at these. Boo! Boo! Again, they're lining up pretty similar to us. But obviously they've they're going to be the attacking team in this game, so I'm not surprised. But it's our first time at Hampden. Let's not let anything get us down. The game's underway. Let's go. Right, throw into Rangers. First highlight of the game. Always a dangerous one. Tavernier. Right, come on, Lee. Get rid of it. Roof. And it's over. Right. We can do this. I'd be more than happy. We've had one shot on target, which is good. Cleared. Right, here we go. So you keep the pressure on. Roof to Morelos. Roof. Wide. They are piling on the pressure, but it looks like we're going to go into half time. And we are at 0-0. It's paying off. We've not really had any chances. We've had one shot on target with an XG of 0.5, so not exactly a massive chance, but we're keeping them at bay. They've only had 2 shots on target from their 8 chances, so I mean, we're doing really well so far. So pump the fists. I'll say we owe them after our last game. That usually gets them motivated, and it does. I'm not going to change anything just yet. Let them do their thing. Let's go. Right. Tavernier with a throw in to Arfield. Goldson plays it back. They're just playing it about. We're not putting them under that much pressure. We're staying tight. Right, Hoban. De Silva. Ball up. No one's there, unfortunately. Tavernier comes forward. Is he going to get the cross in? No, he's back to Arfield. He gets the cross in. Morelos. And Alfredo Morelos. 3 minutes in to the second half. Strikes first. Some good play down the wing here. Arfield's in miles of space. He crosses it in. I don't really know what Morelos does the first time, playing it back to Tavernier. But that volley was never, you're never saving that from that close in. And it is 1-0 to Rangers. Right, so we've got 30 minutes to go here. We are now going to make our change here. So, looking at tactics, what we're going to do is we're going to push Hayes and Kennedy up here. Lee and De Silva, I'm going to keep them sort of defensive minded because I don't really want them, you know, to do anything too silly just yet. Johnny Hayes is looking absolutely knackered there, so we'll get him off for Ryan Hedges, and we're going to go from defensive to balanced. In terms of our actual tactics, let's be a wee bit less direct, still keep the high tempo, no time wasting just yet. What else have we got? I want to counter press and counter, actually regroup. Don't want to do anything too silly. Distribute. We'll take that out. We'll just play it anywhere. Distribute quickly. Yep. Think we push this line a wee bit up. Yeah, that'll do. I think we'll leave it at that for just now. And let's see if we can get back into this game. Right, Lewis with a goal kick here. Straight to Rangers player, but we've got it back. Lee comes forward. Hedges. Back to Lee. They really put us under a lot of pressure here, which isn't good. Jack, Tavernier. Hopefully pushing these guys up now, we'll get more of the ball, but it does open up the risk of them coming in behind. Zungu, back to Tavernier. He's through Roof, and it's 2-0. It is 2-0. That is not good at all. We have just under 25 minutes to get back into this, but I do not see it happening. Right, we need to make a sub now. We need to do it. What can we do? What can we do? Right, Edmondson's coming on. Scotty Wright's going out on the right, and we're going attacking. In terms of this, I want it distribute to the flanks. I want this up, this up. Let's just go for it. Let's go all out. What's the worst that happens now? I mean, ultimately, I think this is going to be it, boys. I think our cup dreams are going to come to a grinding halt at the hands of Rangers. Highlight here, Hedges with a terrible pass. Tavernier crosses it in. Roof, and it's 3-0, and that is definitely all she wrote at that point. It's a tough one to take. It is a tough one to take, but we move. We move. Don't need to see that replay. We do not need to see that replay. And there it is. Unfortunately, another defeat at the hands of Rangers. This time it's 3-0 at Hampden. Again, a tough defeat. I'm far from pleased with the result, to be honest. I think we definitely could have done better. Was I too negative? Did I go in with that defensive mindset? I don't know. We went in with an attacking mindset against Rangers and lost 7-0, so it could definitely go either way. Didn't have the options on the bench. So yeah, so that is a disappointing one to take there, but we move. So in what is becoming a common theme on the channel, we've lost again to Rangers. So again, apparently we're going to expect more of this going forward. Luckily, we don't play them again until the split, which is great, unless we get them in the Scottish Cup, which could happen. But we move. So that does it for that game. We've got a Scottish Cup clash coming up against Morton. Not going to show you guys that one. But what I'm thinking is we'll jump back in. Potentially if we get a nice Scottish Cup tie. If not, maybe this sort of Celtic Motherwell sort of double header here could be a big one. But we'll definitely jump back in for one more game before the split. And then, depending on what happens with the cup, we will go from there. Again, there's still a few days left in January, so there still could be some transfers coming in, but I will keep you abreast with that one going forward. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you did like the video, obviously the result's hard to take unless you're a Rangers fan, which you're welcome. If you like the video though, hit the like button down below, hit the subscribe button as well. We're really pushing for subscribers this year. Again, I'm going to put a lot of effort in. There's a lot more coming. This year's going to be a big one for us, I think. Expect a lot more than just this series on the channel as well. So if you want to keep up to date with that, hit the subscribe button and I will be forever grateful. If you want to keep up to date with myself and my doings and ramblings and whatnot, you can follow me on Twitter at KyleWattUK. Link is down below as always. If I ever come back to Twitch and start doing that again, when I can pull my finger out, link is down below as well, so follow me over there to keep up to date for when I ever do go live. I am a lot more consistent with this than I am with Twitch, trust me. Again, thank you very much. I am going to go now and lick my wounds after that Rangers game. Hopefully I can come back and show you a win at some point on the channel, but you guys seem to enjoy it when I lose anyway, so I will catch you guys next time. As always, thank you very much, and I will see you on the flip side. Peace.